I'm Todd Grisham, and not a bad day for a fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you.
It's Roy Jones. Here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
Well, I hope you brought... And we're underway in round 1. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. They're both trying for a knockout. Nope, that uppercut does not score. How about that time counter shot? Calzaghe and Jones met for the light heavyweight title back in New York City in November of 2008. Calzaghe won on that occasion. Who's going to take the rematch here?
Joe Calzaghe, you think of fighters unbeaten. You think of outstanding fighters. This guy can fight for fun. That's all he does. So now we're going to do it again. And Joe Calzaghe's got it all.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe this? That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. It's bombs away. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I promise you, all 3 judges... Here we go, it's round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
So Todd, let me explain to you. We are outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting. Fight on fight.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Do you know that bell was sweet music to his ears? There's the bell for round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter shot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. Back and forth they go. He threw a punch and just got countered. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Nice counter shot. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that. Here we go to the 4th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Misses with the straight left. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Missing with the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, back into the fray here in round 5. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Looking to land the hook. a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Trying to land that jab. Nice punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. This is the beginning of round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Which fighter will say no mas? There's a counter shot halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Punch, counter punch. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go, and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demanding.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get? Here comes round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Beautiful counter shot. Unlucky to miss with that jab. That hook doesn't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
advantage. The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
And the referee will allow this to continue. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
There's the bell to start round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Just missed with that hook. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being used. They're the size of an average man.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? The pride of Wales in some real trouble. That was the moment.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class,